Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we we're in Chicago, y'all, but we on the west side, man. We going over here to 26 in California, right? So I got one of my partners on the phone. He was asking me a few questions, right? So I just paused it for the intro so y'all can hear. Well, I don't even think y'all be able to hear him, but anyway, he asked me about a fight I had with one of the guys in there. And I was trying to explain it to him. It was two fights. See what it is, Lord. Like, let's say, for instance, if I'm 5'2", I'm 5'3", and there's another little gangster there, and he 5'3", if we have any problem between the mobs, they might pick the two little men to fight or the two big men, as long as they're the same weight. So what Shorty was doing, y'all, is every time he would get into it with one of the big moles, and he know he can't fight him because they ain't in the same weight class. But he wouldn't say nothing to me, y'all. I'm talking about he woofing to all them because he know if he fight and lose, he go get props. But if he fight me and lose, he go lose props. Because they go be like, you lost to a nigga your size, right? So I'm watching him. I said, look at this little nigga, y'all. I said, he don't never get out his body around me. He always clowning with one of y'all. So I was woofing one day. I'm like, man, next time that nigga get out his body, Joe, I'm going to get on his ass, right? So, naturally, he got out his body again, and they like, hey, Shrimp, we want you to get on his ass. I'm like, cool. So, when we go back, they didn't want to let him fight, y'all, because he had got into it with one of the stones on the yard, who we found out later was a general. So, when we got back and I called him out, they thought the G had sent me at him, but it wasn't even like that. I got mad at him for him arguing. I didn't even know who dude was he was arguing with, right? So, they didn't want to let him fight. He begged to fight me, y'all. 2 hours. I'll never forget Lil B.D. Larry. Goddamn it. Nigga had got 30 years, man. 22 years. The judge, man, he started crying. I tell y'all, listen. But Lil B.D. Larry, right? Well, I will tell y'all, Lil B.D. Larry had a murder, right? He went to court and the judge gave this nigga 30 motherfucking years, y'all. You hear me? The nigga started crying like a baby. The judge called him back out there, man, and had to change the heart, get that nigga 22 years. Now, some people say, oh, that ain't nothing. Man, listen, trust me. When you start doing that time, that shit is a big difference. We talking about damn near a 10-year difference, man. What the fuck is you talking about? He took 8 years off the boy's sentence. Now imagine that. You do the math when you doing that shit and see if you'd rather sit in there and do that other 8 or would you rather come home when you done the 12. Shit, you crazy, boy. So look, I had called him out. So he asking them, folk, let me fight him, let him fight him. They like, nah, man, we ain't finna let you fight him. That's a setup. They didn't want to do it, let him do it, right? So finally, after about 3-4 hours, he done talked them into fighting, y'all. Now, I'm the piped all the way down. They come talking about, Shrimp, come on, you finna... I'm not finna fight that nigga, man. I've been asking to fight that nigga for the last 5 hours. Fuck that. They like, no, come on, Shrimp, he ready. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to fight. Oh, come on, man, come on, Shrimp. I'm like, no, man, because I'm the pipe down. That's energy, you know. So they talk me into it. Come on, Shrimp, go down there and put him on him. I said, all right. We go down there. This is how they do. When you go down on the bottom deck to fight the opposition, folks might pat me down, make sure I ain't got no weapon. My man go pat him down, make sure he ain't got no weapon. Then they like, alright, let him get it, right? So, depending on how the fight going, they let y'all get 1 or 2 rounds, maybe 2 rounds, and depending on who winning or losing when they decide to draw the towel in, right? So, first few round, bing, 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 I beat him up real quick, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. And shit, it didn't even take long, though, y'all, because we went 1 round. Once I, boom, 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 got him in the corner. And they like, don't let him flip you, don't let him flip you. Once I flipped him and got on top of him, I get 3-4 good punches. They like, oh, that's it, man, because they ain't want to let me beat him down, y'all. I fuck around and hit the motherfucker sideways. My hand swole up, man. That motherfucker was like that, y'all. And, man, we had to go back up there. He jumped up. BD fool, I whooped your ass. His boy at the top deck like, hey, folk, what? He said, you didn't win that fight, G? Fuck you talking about? We stopped the fight, man. He finna beat your ass to death, nigga. So he thought he won in his mind. I guess because he didn't get beat all the way up. All he feel he got a few punches and then I flipped him and punched him. He thinking he hung in there, which is what he think he done. He hung in there, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. My hand swell up, y'all, and the boy eye swell up. Man, they come looking for, they were so determined to find out who the fuck hit this boy in his eye, y'all. They come on the deck and shook the whole deck down. They had the eye, they looking for the hand, because they know if somebody hit him in his eye, his hand got to be a little fucked up, y'all. They shook the whole deck down, and the officer just checking people's hands, and he going people to people, right? When he get to me, y'all, he grabbed my hand, and he had one of them in his hand, and he grabbed that, and I'm like, ugh. And then somebody said, he said, shut the fuck up. By that time, I straightened back up, and he went to the next one. I'm like, woo. He just missed me by inches, y'all. About 3 days later, I'm out there in the line. Here come a motherfucker goofy running in the middle of the line. Pull her out, man. Watch my motherfucking hand, nigga. Police sitting over there. He like, hey, man, come here. Like, I stepped by the line. He said, let me see your hand. I show him that hand, right? He said, let me see the other hand. I show him. He's like, I'm like, ah. He like, man. He said, man, they'll cut your goddamn hand off, man. You finna get gangrene set up in there. He said, Sarge. He said, yeah. He said, I think I found the hand to go to that eye. They sent me down to Cermak, y'all, stick a needle in that motherfucker. That motherfucker was big. She stuck a needle in that motherfucker and drew out pus. That shit was green and yellowish. Ugh, nasty looking, y'all. Infection setting in. It's infection. And she said, boy, don't you know you could have lost a hand if you'd have left that like that? I'm like, you know, I'm not, I just know I ain't finna try to go to hole about that shit. But they put me and him in the room, and you know, they sat and talked to us, asked us what happened. We like, man, ain't nothing happened, man. You know, we cool. We had a one-on-one fight, that's it. They like, that's how that shit go, keep from riots from going on. So by us being the same size, y'all, they like, alright, fuck it. Since they the same height, they did that to squash some beef. They didn't even trip. They didn't write us a ticket or nothing to send us back to the hole, right? I mean, back to the dorm, right? So about a month or two later, we had another situation happen. And I had said, one of the guys, they had a guy, this what they was trying to do, get revenge on me, y'all. So they wanted to get a little nigga to fight me. So they like, yeah, man, we go send from such and such, man, because, you know, I must have turned all the way up after the fight, right? So they like, yeah, we go get such and such to come over here and fight Shrimp. So they like, hey, Shrimp, I'm like, yeah, we go get one of the folk from across the hall, he your side, to come fight you one-on-one. You willing to do that? I'm like, yeah. So they like, alright, here it is. A day or so later, they asked me same question. I kept saying yeah, with confidence, right? Here it is, about the 6th day. The big G, he steady watching me, right? Now, he got to try to get the boy from across the hall and get him over here, but he ain't finna do it, and dude finna get his ass whooped. It ain't even worth it, right? So they asked me again, hey, Shrimp, we probably gonna have dude over here after lunch, man. You gonna fight him? I'm like, yeah. Y'all keep asking me that whenever that nigga walk through that door, I'm ready. They like, alright. So Big G was sitting there watching me. He just smiled. They said, G, you go get him set to fight up? He's like, nah. He said, why? He said, he too confident, man. I ain't finna have folk come over and get his ass whooped. You know what I mean? He said, fuck that shit. He said, I kept asking him because I was trying to see, was he gonna be scary one day or is he gonna pipe down? He said, that motherfucker said, yeah, every goddamn day we asked him. He said, plus we already know he can fight a little bit. Shit, we don't know how G fight. All we know is they the same size. G might get over and get his ass whooped. They like, no, man. Plus they have to pay to get that nigga over here. Shit, they like, nah, fuck that shit, man. They like left that alone. So I left the county, goddamn, with a belt. Ain't nobody my size can whoop me, man. Nobody my size, man. And I'm a little nigga, 5'3". Well, I'm a big nigga now, y'all. I'm a big dog. Now I weigh about 230 now, boy. But I was a little nigga. I showed y'all them pictures how little I was, man. Just coming home, y'all know what do that shit? Relaxation, laying low, good living, no stress, no drama. Come home, I was married, same woman, 25 fucking years. Eating good, but you know, that's what it is. But that's a good thing, man. You don't want to be around this motherfucker looking like you starving, man. Looking like your ass ain't had a meal. If I see you and you look like you ain't had a meal, then I'm like, hey, man, this nigga might need me to buy him a hamburger or something, man. I don't know, man. You feel me? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody say baby daddy, voice of the street. I'm gonna punch you now, dig you later. Oh, hit that like button, man. Y'all ain't gonna be doing that. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Go tell your sister to subscribe to the channel too, right now. And all y'all that's supporting the channel, hit that Cash App. Y'all know where it's at. Shh, it's only a few people, but that's alright. Hit the Cash App. They ain't cool like we be cool, like me and these people be cool. Shh, but I ain't gonna tell nobody. Shh. I'm out here.